Hey, it's Tay Zonday. I asked on Twitter for you to ask me questions, and boy, did I get a lot of responses. I'm gonna answer 30 questions right now. How do you like memes? I like all types of memes. I'm easy to please when it comes to memes. I'll take some Damn Daniel with some Rebecca Black and, a side of Numa Numa. What's your favorite meme other than Chocolate Rain? You know what gets stuck in my head? Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. I'll be singing that. Like, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. What is your favorite cereal? Oh my goodness, I can't pick one cereal. I can't have a monogamous relationship with cereal. Sometimes I need some Lucky Charms, sometimes I need some Frosted Flakes, sometimes I need some bite-sized Frosted Mini Wheats, sometimes I'll do some plain Mini Wheats. I kind of be on a health mode. I'll do some rice checks. I'm all over the place when it comes to cereal. Which musicians do you compare yourself to? I don't really compare myself to other musicians. Well, I love lots of different music and other people's performances. What they have to do to get to being them does not necessarily mean I can follow the same steps. I have to find my own way through my own maze to arrive at a result for myself. So comparison, it's not very useful. What is your songwriting process like? My brain is like, I don't know, that's like too broad a question. Usually I'll try to outline something with just pianos and drums. If you don't have it working that way, then doing more elaborate stuff doesn't work. Beyond that, I don't... What's your favorite movie? I love movies with institutional evil characters, like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shawshank Redemption. That is like my dream acting role. If I could be like a Nurse Ratched or a Warden Norton, someone who's that institutional evil. I'm really passionate. I think that's where I fit best on screen. Those authority figures that are institutionally good, but actually bad and devious. I love that. When did you start singing? As a kid. I think everybody starts singing as a kid. Some people stop. I guess I continued, still figuring out what it means to me as an adult. What color lightsaber would you wield? I would wield a red lightsaber. I'm definitely, I'm of that Sith energy. For the Sith, they kind of have that force lightning. Maybe I'd have the red lightsaber as a backup. Start with the lightning, and then, if it doesn't work, then I got the red lightsaber. Wow, this went too long. Just end the answer. What is your most embarrassing moment? The most embarrassing moments are when someone else is spending money for me to either be on a set or do something, and if I show up late. One time my friend was filming a scene and he had an audience full of extras, and I didn't quite understand that call time was a certain time. I showed up 17 minutes late, which when other people are being paid is like, holy moly, you just don't do that. I was very embarrassed. I'm like, oops, that's not me showing up late to this. I didn't know. So yeah, if you're trying to be professional and you seem unprofessional or actually are, that's embarrassing. New original music, question mark. I would love to do more original music. It's a tough business now on YouTube, specifically because in order for YouTube to give you views and give you growth on your channel and give you an audience, you really got to upload 10, 15-minute long videos 5-6 days a week. That's not what music was on YouTube when it blew up with, myself, Dave Days, David Choi, Keena Grannis, Venetian Princess, a lot of people who blew up putting up 3 or 4 minute videos once, twice a month. That's not what YouTube is anymore. So yeah, I'd love to do more original music. I'm kind of afraid to. I'm not sure where that business is, and I'm trying to figure it out. Are you aware that you have fans all over the world, here in Latin America? Cheers from Argentina. Hey Juan, how are you doing in Argentina? Thank you so much for that. Hello. What is the highest note in your vocal range in terms of singing? Probably the second E above middle C, somewhere down to about the third E below middle C. I'm hitting the second G above middle C there. That was so bad. I should cut that. Where do you get your hair done? My hair is a hot mess now. I have a wonderful stylist, but I straightened it and it's in a ponytail, did a keratin treatment, and it's like, I don't know. I don't like long hair. I had this idea of it increasing opportunities for me on screen in terms of acting. I don't think I work as well with long hair as curly hair. I don't like wearing it down on my face. The extra effort to maintain it, I'd have to flat iron it 2 or 3 times a week. Like Joey Graceffa and these other people, they flat iron their hair to do it. I don't have the patience to do that. Respect the Joey Graceffas and people who do that because they take care of their hair. I'm probably gonna buzz cut this and go bald and go back to curly soon. Would you consider doing a musical collaboration? Yes, I have done musical collaborations. Sometimes it's tough because I'm pretty finicky and perfectionistic, and I feel bad if it's not the type of thing where I'm paying the person. People pour their heart and their soul into collaborating with me. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. I like to collaborate non-committally, and it's tough to do that unless, again, it's more of a work for hire type thing. Have you ever actually played Skyrim? Yes, I was powerful in Skyrim. Excuse me, my Skyrim will beat all these Skyrims. I was man, especially once I got to the top of the destructive magic tree and the enchantment tree, ooh, I could enchant myself to have unlimited magicka, and they didn't have a difficulty level high enough in Skyrim. I killed everybody. I had all the houses. I had every house in Skyrim. An arrow tried to hit me in my knee. The arrow gave up. Okay, stop. It's dead, Tay. Stop it. Which musical artist are you most inspired by? Probably Nina Simone, Billy Stewart, Ella Fitzgerald, and Billy Stewart especially. They had such a playfulness in the way they did their vocals. Inspires me to this day to listen to that stuff. How do you feel about movie remakes? Are there any that you enjoyed more than the originals? I think most movie remakes are terrible ideas. Hollywood is uncreative and boring and afraid to take risks. When you have a big budget and you're spending tens of millions or hundreds of millions, you want to plug it into a franchise that already exists, and it's kind of like, do something new. Come on. I've been in LA a while, and the town can be a little bit too risk averse, meaning that nobody wants to stick their neck out, and that can ruin your career if you spend money and, it's unsuccessful. If you're like, well, we're not going to give you money to spend again. There's always that battle. How do you feel about Flitz from Smosh singing Chocolate Rain in the parody in their newest Merrycraft episode? I'm going to look at this on my phone. It's a 9-minute video. I can't watch this whole video to see where Flitz sings Chocolate Rain. But seriously, Flitz is great. Good people. He is good people. You're lucky to have good people in your life, and Flitz is a good acquaintance. I like him. Do you plan on doing more covers of theme songs like Steven Universe opening theme and maybe some of the songs from the show? I love doing theme songs. I absolutely do plan to cover more theme songs. I'm open to suggestions too. Do you have any falsetto jams in your back pocket? What is a falsetto jam? My falsetto jam, my falsetto jam. My falsetto jam. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter? Smooth. Crunchy, it gets stuck all in your teeth, and I got a permanent retainer. It's like, no. If you had to give all your money to a charity, which would you choose and why? Probably the Screen Actors Guild Foundation. It's for struggling actors and artists. So, after I give my money to the Screen Actors Guild Foundation, I can apply for a grant. Be like, hey, that money for struggling artists? Hey, it's your boy, Tay. Is it possible to top the success of Chocolate Rain? Absolutely. Lots of people have topped the success of Chocolate Rain. What is your favorite TV show? I loved Breaking Bad. I was with Walking Dead for about 4 or 5 seasons, and then they just drew stuff out too long. I could tell they cut the budget and did a lot of slow scenes to make the thing draw out. So I'm like, nah, I'm not into that anymore. I loved Stranger Things. Oh my goodness gracious. I sounded like a Stranger Thing. I was like, hold on, how much do you love Stranger Things? Say that again. It's like, well, I love Stranger Things. I'll be the monster in season 2 of Stranger Things. About 5 episodes into Narcos now. I know they can't with the season 2. I'm still in season 1 of Narcos. Don't tell me what happens. I guess it's kind of historical, so we know what happens, but still, love Deep Space Nine and Star Trek Next Generation as a kid. I tried to get into Sense8. I really couldn't get into that. That's what the Wachowskis did. I was like, oh my goodness, this is too abstract. I need something to grab onto. I need to force myself to get into House of Cards, though. Because me, I'm like ADD. When I start watching something, I'm like, if the action doesn't grab me, I'm like, do you watch any small YouTubers? I watch myself. Am I a small YouTuber now? I might be a small YouTuber these days. Yeah, I watch all types of YouTubers. If you can perform just one song in front of 100,000 people, what would it be? Probably none of my own stuff. I'd go for a classic like My Way from Frank Sinatra or Stars from Les Mis. I'd do that in front of 100,000 people. That'd be wonderful. I have videos of both of those songs on YouTube, by the way. If you were stuck on an island and could only have one Pokemon, which would you choose? They can't take you off the island. Probably Vaporeon. They nerfed Vaporeon in the recent updates, but I'd go with my Vaporeon still. Tell me about your experience living in Minnesota, TayZonday. Minnesota is wonderful. It's cold. The artistic scene in Minneapolis is amazing, especially the Fringe Festival and all the little theaters and open mics. It's kind of what I did before YouTube. And the amazing thing about local theater in Minneapolis is you'll go to a performance and you'll be like, wait, why isn't this on Broadway? Why isn't this in Carnegie Hall? And people are like, well, because I weld pipes for a living, or I do something totally different. And there's so much talent there, and it's talent that is grounded in everyday people. Who is calling me? What? This is a telemarketing call. This is like one of those where you say do not call list. No, he's like, screw the do not call list. I got through to you. Need to put my Skyrim character after this telemarketer. Send some destructive magic that way. Who is the real TayZonday and what motivates him? I do not know who I am. Sometimes I actually think I have a condition. I'll Google psychological conditions like depersonalization disorder, derealization disorder, stuff where someone doesn't know who they are. I don't know who I am in a vacuum. I only know who I am through others. And maybe everybody is that way. I feel real when I'm on set, when I'm acting, when I have a character, when I'm given emotional subtext. text, and I love doing that because I feel more real in fiction than I do in reality. Have you ever considered eating food while inverted? Maybe have a toga party where all your guests have to eat grapes lazily. This has never crossed my mind at all. I already have acid reflux. That'd be like crazy acid reflux. All right, that's 30 questions. Sorry if I did not get to your question. Follow me on Twitter. I'll definitely be doing this more in the future. Follow me on Facebook too. Sometimes I do it there. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day. See you soon. I hate having one speaker visible and the other not. I get so OCD with video making. Is this symmetrical? Is that symmetrical? And is this thing there? That thing there? I just need to roll this camera.